Welcome back, DNA Strand crew, to the Dynasty DNA Morning Show for Week 11. I'm your host, TJ Blake. You can follow me over on Twitter at FFTJBlakeDNA, and I'll be introducing you to my co-hosts, the guys we never take out of our starting lineup here at Dynasty DNA. We're, of course, joined by the card whisperer up in Alaska in his Dynasty igloo. It's the one and only Wizard Nicholas Holt, Dynasty Wiz. You can follow him over on Twitter at DynastyWizFF. Wiz, you ready to talk about some Week 11? Your Ravens, I told you this was going to happen. They're feeling good. They got a divisional game today. I think this could be, 3 or 4 in a row for your Ravens?
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to be 5 and 6 in a row. And then we'll lose one in the Steelers. And then we'll be right on the cusp of making the playoffs. So.
Wiz feeling a little bit better here, getting up early. He's feeling good. We're also joined by the Dynasty DNA propaganda minister, I like to call him, the one and only Justin Tessier. You can follow him over on Twitter at Teixeira91. Teixeira, Week 11, you ready to roll?
Yeah, let's go. Let's get off to a better start than this Dolphins-Commanders game. This is rough.
It is rough, but the people I said start Deebo Samuel. He did it again. Hopefully they took the advice. We're also joined by the Sliminator, Dynasty DNA's own real Slim Shady. You can follow him over on Twitter at the 12th Man Fantasy 1. Slim, you ready for Week 11?
I am ready. It's a huge week. It's a huge matchup today, so we're locked in, man.
Locked and loaded and ready to roll. So that being said, Teixeira, we had some questions for start sits in the Discord. Let's go over those here while we await for some people to come in and join us. What's a start sit question we have there?
So the first one comes from Brendan. It's full PPR. Start one. Spears, DeMarcado, or Pollard?
Spears, DeMarcado, or Pollard? Boy, oh boy, we're talking about the bottom of the barrel here. So, Slim, we'll start with you. Spears, DeMarcado, or Tony Pollard out of that group?
Yeah, I went DeMarcado, and I mean, it's just basically matchup based. I mean, I don't know. I think it could be a slugfest. I think the Cardinals could rotate bats because they don't have a lot of receivers down there now with Marvin Harrison being out. And then I think it's Zay Jones. Don't quote me on that, but didn't he tear his Achilles last game, I believe, or something? So they're thin at wide receiver. I do know that. I think they're starting Michael Wilson today and somebody else. So I think the Cardinals could use to run the ball quite a bit today.
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that I'm going to have to start DeMarcado here as well. I think that that's the move you have to make. Like, I don't love the fact that, Arizona is going to have Bam Knight and him there. I know we talked about that a lot last night. I know that me and Teixeira did talk about that. Like, look, if Bam Knight's playing, DeMarcado is not near as an attractive as option. But, look, I think I got to go that way too because the other two guys, Pollard and Spears, like, it isn't good. So, Wiz, I'm going to ask you. It's going to be start one here. Emari DeMarcado, Tajay Spears, or Tony Pollard. Who are you going to play out of those three?
Yeah. I'm going to be the Titans play this week. Let's look it up.
They're playing Houston.
Texans.
It ain't good.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at this point, I'd probably just start DeMarcado. It's probably the safest of the floors. I mean, probably not shoot too high of an upside, but it would be a safe floor. But probably get you about 9-10 points.
Yeah, I feel that way too. It's very unfortunate. And I think, Teixeira, you're going to agree and go DeMarcado here as well.
Yeah, just by a slight razor's edge. I mean, if I was feeling spicy and I had the advantage in my matchup this weekend and I got a pretty safe projected lead, I'd throw out Tajay Spears there just to see what he can do and what sort of pass catching role he'll have. But it's a tough defense going up against Houston. It's just matchup dependent, and I think DeMarcado gets a slight volume over those guys.
Okay, so that's a clean sweep for DeMarcado. So I'm going to ask you now, Teixeira, who do we have as far as the next one in a start-sit standpoint?
I'd probably go with Spears. I think he's probably the better option. He's getting more of the split carries there in Tennessee. They're starting to drop Pollard's workload a little bit more, and I just am fading Pollard as much as I can. It's just the cliff is coming, I feel, for that Tennessee running offense, and Spears has got the juice.
Okay, so what do we think about the next one now? Who's the next one on the list here?
For the question, or
yeah, what's the next start sit question?
Okay, we got HA239 asks Dowdle or Javonte Williams PPR.
Oh, so two guys that have kind of been overperforming in some people's eyes. We have Javonte Williams going up against the Las Vegas Raiders, and we have Uncle Rico Dwaddle going up against the Atlanta Falcons. Look, I'm going to have to go with Uncle Rico here. Javonte Williams, it's more touchdown dependent. I do think Carolina wants to run the ball. That's a big thing for me. They want to run it. Slim, I don't know how you feel, but I'm going to have to go with Uncle Rico there.
Yeah, I went the opposite way. I went Javonte. And it's just because, the last time we seen this Carolina team come out and play Atlanta, they blew them out of the water. You know what I mean? It was like 30-0. Blew them out of the water. And I think Atlanta's going to want some payback for that. I mean, that's still fresh in their mind. So, I think it could be a slugfest of a game. And the Raiders' run defense isn't fantastic. So I think I'm going to go Javonte. I think he's a little bit safer of a play.
Sticking up for them. I'm telling you what. Sticking up for them Falcons, Slim. I'm going to go Rico. Slim's going to go Javonte Williams. Wiz, how do you feel about this? Javonte Williams or Uncle Rico?
Yeah. I don't know. I think in order for the Panthers to be successful, they have to get the ground game going. And when get the ground game going, they have to get at least like 200 yards rushing in that game to be successful. And I think that's their code for success, that they want to run the football. And as long as they run the football, I think they're going to do well. So I don't know. I think the Cowboys could easily just outshoot the Raiders. The Raiders' offense is horrible. So you're talking about blowout. I think the blowout could go the other way in that game as well, Slim. But I'm just going with the better producer as of late, and that is Rico.
Uncle Rico. We got two Uncle Ricos. Teixeira, is it going to be Javonte Williams or Uncle Rico for a pair of socks?
I'm going to go with Javonte Williams and bank on the Monday Night Miracle. I know it's just the better matchup. I'm concerned with that Falcons run D. I think that splitting with Hubbard is still annoying and going to be cumbersome as far as his fantasy ceiling goes. But I think if the game gets any bit of out of hand on Monday night between the Raiders and the Cowboys, that, like I talked about it with the starter sit between Dak and his ceiling as far as goes, if that game goes more in the Cowboys' favor, I think they'll lean more on the run game, where I think that that Panthers and Falcons game really feels like a low-scoring, under-type hitting kind of game, and I'm not really interested in a lot of fantasy options in that game. If I can pivot for them, I would, and yeah, that's why I'm going to take Williams over Dowdle, although I like Dowdle the player better than Javonte.
Yeah, okay, so there you have it. 2 Williams, 2 Rico. Me and Wiz are together. Teixeira and Slim together. Very close. I think you could go either way. We have another one to share. What
that was the only other one that I saw in the chat. I think we're all caught up on the Discord ones.
Okay, very good. So, like I said, as we wait for some people here to decide. Oh, I got one just coming in. As soon as I say that on Twitter, I got one coming in here from Lou Pro. 1 point PPR. Need one from Dwaddle, Dobbs, or Jamison Williams. Who are you going to go with there, Teixeira? Dobbs, Dwaddle, or Jamison Williams?
I'm going to go Jamison Williams. I think he has the higher ceiling out of the two options. So, and full PPR too. I think Jamo getting involved a lot more this week too. Again, being with Laporta out, and a very pivotal, important game for the Lions. I think they're going to have to put up as many points as possible, and Jameson's going to be heavily involved in the offensive scheme, especially with Dan Campbell calling the plays.
Man, just no respect for Uncle Rico right
I
now.
like
What's
him.
going on? So, Wiz, I'm going to ask you the same question, Wiz. 1 point PPR.
Rico.
Need one. Oh, there you go. Wiz is going to go with Rico. So
Rico,
am I. I got to go
Rico.
with my guy. Get me Uncle Rico for sure. So there's 2 Ricos, 1 Jameson. Who do you like here, Slim, out of that group?
Give me that group one more time.
It is Dwaddle, Dobbs, and Jameson Williams.
Oh man, yeah. I just think I'm gonna go with Jameson Williams, man, in a shootout game with the Eagles. I just think that there's more points scored in that game than there is in that Atlanta-Carolina game. I kind of really agree with Teixeira there that Falcons-Panthers game. It feels like the Falcons have come out and they're going to want to control things as well with both Bijan and Tyler Algier. And I think it's just going to be how hard can we sock each other in the mouth type low-scoring game. And I don't know if I want to bet on a lot of points out of that game. So I think, I think this Eagles-Lions game could easily be a 30-point piece from both teams.
I'm just confused about the glaze for 94 highest scoring fantasy player this so far this season with James Williams. I mean, Rico Dwaddle didn't even get the starting job until week 3, 4, and he's 35 overall right now. And
you say this, Wiz.
I was going to keep going. And the Falcons, you say that they're going to start the run game and dominate with the run, and they don't fucking do that. They don't know what they're doing. That head coaching staff is horrible. They can't stop the run. I don't know. I just don't see what this narrative that you guys can spread.
That's what I'm saying. They can't stop the run. It's a recipe for great things for Rico this week. You got to remember, they played Atlanta in week 3. Rico had a 40% snap share and still scored 11 points. I mean, the fact that he only played that long, I just like it. I mean, I'm not debating the fact that it might be low scoring, but we know Carolina wants to run the football, and Atlanta's run defense is horrid. So I think I got to go.
The Eagles have one of the best defenses for not giving up points, and we all know the Lions always score points against bad football teams. They can't score against good football teams.
Yeah. And it's one of them games that I think could be a little bit more or less fireworky than people think, right? Like, I just really think it could be a little bit more tighter of a game. So I'm going to lean with Wiz. We have Teixeira and Slim agreeing. So we're on 2 different wavelengths. Me and Wiz are actually on the same page this morning. Okay, Wiz, when we talk Rico Dwaddle. So we got another one coming in here from S. Half PPR, pick 2. Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Ricky Pearsall, Parker Washington. So this is half point PPR. We got a pick 2 here. I don't know who you're going to take here, Slim. I'll start with you. Give me 2. It's going to be Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Ricky Pearsall, Parker Washington.
We're going to go...
You're on mute.
I think I'm going to go Ricky and Parker Washington, and that's just because the Jags 1 and 2 is out. So I think Parker Washington have another good game. And then, Ricky Pearsall was my sell. If you can get a lot for him, I bought him in a couple places just because I felt like I got him on the cheap. And I think he's got the upside to be that guy in San Fran. And against this Cards team that's not very good, I think this is where he needs to show it.
Okay, so Slim is going to go with Pearsall and Parker Washington. Teixeira, same question. It's a half point PPR. We got to take 2. Cortland Sutton, Troy Franklin, Ricky Pearsall, Parker Washington. You agree with Slim, or you go in another direction?
Yeah, I agree with Slim. I'm just fading the Broncos' offensive pieces at this point. I'll put my faith in those other 2 guys.
Okay, so we got 2 for Pearsall and Parker. Wiz, how do you feel about this? You going to start the same guys, or you trust Denver a little bit more than maybe what Slim and Teixeira are?
No, absolutely not. I mean, they're going to figure it out eventually, right? They have to. I don't know. I feel like this KC game is going to be a battle of it's going to be just a slow war of nutrition. And I do think Kansas City wins the game, and it's just gonna be not by much. I think it's gonna be just a close game all the way through. Uh, yeah, and I just don't feel very good starting anyone from the Broncos right now. And also, I've been preaching Slick Rick this whole entire offseason, so obviously I got to start him when he comes back from injury. That's probably not the right choice, but I'm going to do it anyways.
Right, and I have to agree with you guys. I'm worried about Kansas City, going up against Denver as far as a defensive standpoint. I think this could be a really boringish type game, right? Like it just usually seems that way between the Chiefs and the Broncos. So that's all the start sit questions we have from now. A lot of people watching this debacle, I guess, of Washington and Miami. Man, oh man, what a terrible game here. And well, at least we sent that game overseas, right? Like we didn't have to make the people suffer here and watch it like on Thursday Night Football. It could have been that bad, but let's go ahead and we'll do a little bit of pick 'em here while we wait some people maybe joining us. Let's go into week 11. We have pick 'em round. We'll start right here. The Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Look, I mean, normally I wouldn't ask about this game, but Winston is a guy that can be a little bit more explosive-y for a team. Maybe he can score some points. Who you taking to share the Giants or the Pack?
I'm going to go with the Packers in this one. I think they have a bounce back game against the Giants on the road. I think the passing game gets more going for the Packers, and their offense has a good bounce back against a woeful Giants defense. And as much as I like the odds of Jameis Winston there at quarterback for the Giants to kind of right the ship, but I think with too many potential mistakes or turnovers for the Giants and not being able to get out of their own way, I think the Packers are the better team, and they should come out with the win.
Okay, go Pack, go for Teixeira. What do you think, Slim? Giants or Packers?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers as well. I do agree with everything Teixeira said about a bounce back game. I think this is a spot to get right for them. And now I will say that if they don't show that they can do it against the Giants, I will worry for the Packers' future for this season because they got to have somebody step up and be that guy now that Tucker Kraft's out.
Overall trajectory, I have to agree. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Packers too. Wiz, any difference in opinion? You going to take the upset, or you think Packers can handle the Giants here?
No, Packers can handle the Giants. I think this is a good get right game for Jordan Love here, especially against the Giants defense. That's not very good, right? So I do think this could be potentially might be one of the highest scoring games in the window. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, give me the Packers.
Okay, so I have to agree, Wiz, and I love what you said. Hopefully this is the bounce back game for Jordan Love. We need him to get going. We need to get some of these Packers receivers to do something. Let's go over to the next one here on the list. It is the Carolina Panthers at the Atlanta Falcons. We'll start with you here, Teixeira. Who do you like in that game?
I'm going to go with the Falcons. Every time I pick the Panthers this year, they've let me down, so I'm not getting bit by that snake anymore. That's mostly what it is. Both these teams are disappointing for me, so I'm going to take the Falcons just out of spite.
Okay, so Teixeira's going to go with Atlanta. Slim, are you going to go with Atlanta as well?
Well, I mean, the funny thing about that is, Teixeira, is you talked about that, and I feel like every time I picked Atlanta to win, they've lost. I feel like, yeah. So I feel the pain with that. I'm going to go with Atlanta just because I think they can pull it off today, but that doesn't look good for your pick. And now these two will probably pick Carolina now that I'm they're going to lose. But I do think Atlanta can get it done.
Carolina. Sweet Caroline for me. Give me the Carolina Panthers. Carolina baby blue. I think that they're going to be able to handle. And look, they are second place in this division right now, so they have a little bit of confidence, a little bit of something to play for. I think they're only a game and a half behind Tampa Bay. I don't think they're going to catch them. I'm not saying that, but they have a lot to play for, Wiz. You like Carolina or Atlanta today?
Yeah, give me – I don't know. I feel like it's always hard to sweep a division foe, but then again, it's two trash teams playing each other this week. So I don't know. We'll just go with the sweep. Bring out the brooms, Carolina.
Okay, so there we go. 2 Panthers, 2 Falcons. We're going to go to the next game here, and it's going to be the Chicago Bears at the Minnesota Vikings. Here you go, Teixeira. Minnesota and Chicago. Who do you like?
This game here is going to be, let's see, what they got. Oh my gosh. What are we sitting at? We're at, from what I'm seeing, the over-under sitting at 47.5. I think which gets the running game going is going to win this game. And I'm going to put my bet on that it's going to be the Chicago Bears and not the Minnesota Vikings. So I am going to take the Bears beating the Vikings this week.
Okay, so Teixeira is going with the Bears. And I know he does it begrudgingly sometimes, but he's going to go with the Bears. What do you think about that, Slim? Is it going to be the Bears for you as well in this one?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bears too, and I think it could be a fun little shakeup in that NFC North if the Bears pull out this win. Man, I really do think they're a playoff team. The only thing that I hate about the Bears being a playoff team is their point differential and everything. Like if they get in, we're gonna have to hear it from Bears fans, and they're gonna get dog walked in the first round. But I do think the Bears get it done today.
All right. Chi-Town Bears, Wiz, your second team, I should say, that you really supported, that you really are hoping for against the Minnesota Vikings. Do you like them here in this game as well, Wiz?
Yeah, I mean this is a big game this week. So yeah, give me the Bears. I like I said, it's very hard to sweep division foes, and this is another one that's I think is gonna be it's gonna be a little bit harder. JJ McCarthy's not been looking too great. I mean, he's shown flashes, but he's been real inconsistent, being real hot and cold. So until he figures out, I think he's gonna keep struggling, and it's just about can the Vikings defense keep the offense in the game until he gets hot again. So, but give me the Bears.
Yeah, I'm with you. Give me the Bears. And I'll tell you what, if they win this game, it's going to get a little bit more interesting for Chicago. And, Captain Comeback Caleb Williams has looked good the last couple weeks. We'll see what he can do. I love tormenting Bob in the chat. Like, I just love that. Like, Bob was all ready to celebrate last week when things were going bad. And it's like, look out. Look what happened here. Here comes Caleb. Then he blames the Giants. He's like, the Giants are terrible. I'm like, I don't know, Bob. I mean, they ain't good, but we know that this offense is getting a little bit better. So we're going to go over to the next game here, and it's going to be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Buffalo Bills. Teixeira, who do you have for us?
In this matchup, I'm going to go with the Buffalo Bills. I think at this point in the season, they're still just the better team. I know it was rough against the Dolphins, but I think they'll shake it off just well. And Josh Allen will have himself a nice little day there. And I think it'll be close. It ain't going to be no blowout or multi-score defeat. I can see it being like a 30-27 or 35-28, like something like that. The points will be scored. I just think that it'll go in the Bills' favor this week.
Okay, so Slim says the Bills. What do you think about it, Slim? Is it going to be the Bills or the Bucs? Because look, the Bucs could really use this one, dropping that one to New England. Where are you at on this game?
Yeah, well, I gotta go with Tampa, man. And I mean, it hurts because I'd love to just see Tampa fall another place, and especially with them having the head-to-head against Seattle. But I don't know what Buffalo's doing. They ruled Keon Coleman out today. No Dalton Kincaid today either, according to our scrolling thing down there at the bottom. Both of them guys are out. So, I mean, Buffalo's going to need somebody to step up. Like, it's going to be what? Like, I think I read somewhere where it might be like Gabe Davis is there and needs to have a game today. And I don't know if I trust that. And, I mean, we put a lot of pressure on Josh Allen and James Cook. Like, outside of that, I don't know if I trust anybody on this Bills offense to score 30 points. So, maybe that's enough, but I think Tampa's got more weapons, and I think Tampa gets it done.
All right, Slim is going with the Bucks. What do you think about this one, Wiz? Do you think the Bills win at home, being down some bodies? We know Tampa's down some bodies too. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I mean, it's just the battered game, I guess. Keon Coleman, I saw, is out, so it's gonna be Khalil Shakir. Dalton Kincaid's out, so Dawson Knox, and then try to think who's their three on that team right now.
Is it Josh Palmer? I don't know if he's back or not. I don't know
Yeah, I
if he's
say
still
Elijah
injured
Moore
or
was
what
out,
he's got
but
going
I
on.
mean he hasn't done shit. So I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be just a lot of outside runs. Josh Allen's gonna play hero ball if they want to win. But then on the flip side of the ball, I mean, offensive line's all banged up for the Bucks. Mecca Book is there. Chris Godwin's out. Mike Evans is out. So it's one of those things that we'll see what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be which quarterback wants to win it. I think it's gonna be the MVP type of game here to see who's going to win MVP this year. Josh Allen, Baker Mayfield. But I think the Bucks. I mean, not the Bucks. The Bills get it done today.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. And we got a warm weather team going up into windy conditions. Look, I live in Western Pennsylvania, maybe a couple hours south of Buffalo. Like it's windy today, and I'm sure it's really windy up there and cold. That matters too, right? So give me the home team, give me the Buffalo Bills to win this game here today. And look, it'll be interesting if Carolina does win. It'll open this NFC South up a little bit, make it a little more competitive for Carolina. So let's go over to the next game here on the list. We have the Cincinnati Bengals at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Teixeira, who do you like here?
I'm going to go with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think they're going to win this game. I think they're going to have another offensive juggernaut outing against the Steelers, and I hope Steelers can keep up with them on offense. But if I were to trust either of these offenses at this point in the season, be a little bit more consistent. It's not by much; it's a slight edge. I think I'll go the Bengals' way.
Okay, so Teixeira's going for Cincy. Who do you like
Yeah,
here,
I like
Slim?
Cincinnati today also, man. In the icy hot bowl. That's what we're gonna call this one, right? I think that's what we called it last matchup too, icy hot bowl. But yeah, I do think that Cincinnati gets it done today. I just, as Teixeira said, I trust their offense more.
Okay, so two Bengals. Wiz, do you like the Bengals or the Steelers
Yeah,
today?
I mean, I just think this is gonna be I think it's gonna be another sneaky high scoring game with the old vets just throwing the ball a bunch of times. I don't know, and we all know TJ that the Steelers can't stop Jamar Chase, so I feel like he's about to have a big day this week. For some reason, you guys don't like to cover him. I mean, maybe you can answer that when it's your turn to pick here, but seems like he always catches a fuck ton of balls when he plays the Steelers. So I don't know. I want the Steelers to win this week, but I think the Bengals get it done.
So three Bengals, and just because that, I'm going to pick the Steelers, right? Because let me say this. It's like Wiz said, it's hard to beat a division foe twice. Usually that's very tough to do against us in particular. And the simple fact that, look, I just don't really love this whole situation with Cincinnati. Like people were calling out players on the defense from the offensive side of the ball. Like I just think like the offense thinks like it doesn't matter how many points we score, we can't stop anybody. So I think that it's going to matter a little bit in context. And I do think that we will try to double Jamar Chase. Whether we stop him or not, we'll see. But we are home. So give me the Steelers, and we'll see what happens here. So there you go. Well, you guys are all picking against them. Everyone calls me the pessimist. I think they can still win this game. We're going over here to the next one on the docket. It is the Seattle Seahawks at the Los Angeles Rams division game here as well. Slim, your Sea Chickens going up against the LA Rams. Who do you like in this one? I'm going to guess you're going for the Rams at home.
Yeah, you'd be wrong. I'm gonna go with the guy that this is the MVP bowl right here. Wiz was talking about Mayfield versus Allen. I think there could be another little MVP bowl here between Stafford and Darnold. Yeah, that's right. And I mean, I really think that the winner of this game wins the division. Like, It seems early to say that, considering the other team they still have to play each other again, and you'd only be, I guess it would technically be a game and a half back, but it really wouldn't be. It'd probably be a game back. But I think the winner of this game wins the division. But I'm gonna go with Seattle on the road. Seattle 10-1 on the road with Mike McDonald there. So I think they get it done on the road, man. They're a great road team, and this will be one of the best games of the slate. Should have been flexed into probably Monday night, honestly, but.
Oh, you gotta love that Raider game, Slim. You're sticking up for the Raiders there. Unbelievable. But no, honestly, I think that it's gonna be a good game. This one is for sure. And Slim's an NFC West expert. He's gonna go with Seattle. It says this could maybe so. To share, I'm gonna come over here to you. Seattle.
I think the defining factor goes along the lines of the Bears-Vikings game with my pick is who's going to establish the run, who's going to control the momentum and the tempo and the pace of this game, and who's going to be able to extend drives on the ground. And for that, I give the slight edge. I want the Seattle Seahawks to win today with my heart, but my head's telling me it's going to be the LA Rams at home with the collateral of this game, how much important it is to them. I think Kyron Williams is going to be a pivotal piece to keep that thing going, and I just don't trust the three-headed monster of Holani, Sharps, or Walker to help keep drives going for Seattle. It's going to really fall in Darnold's arms, and I think the slightest mistake by Darnold could swing the pendulum in this game's favor to the Rams. I'm going to take the Rams.
All right, so it's going to be the Rams for Teixeira. Wiz, Rams or Seahawks?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Rams here. I do think they are slightly the better team in the division. I think they are the best, one of the best teams in the NFC. I mean, we'll see what happens here. I mean, it's gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a really good game, but we know Sam Darnold likes to choke these big games, and he's not really proven in his career that he can win these big games for the division or a playoff game. So I'm just gonna stick with that narrative because it fits it. So give me the Rams.
Yeah, and I think I got to go to the Rams too for a lot of the same reasons what you guys said. And look, it's Stafford versus Darnold. Like I said, Darnold's played better, no doubt about it, but I just think I trust Matt Stafford in a bigger game. And I love what Teixeira said about the running game. Seattle, that's their biggest Achilles heel, man. That is like the one thing that they want to do and they can't do. They need to get a good running back there in Seattle. I know Slim can testify for that. I hope that they get somebody next year, maybe can fill in that void and be able to make some big plays for him. Get rid of that turd. Flush it, Kenneth Walker. Get rid of it.
Please save Breece Hall, Seattle.
Yeah, he might. They might be able to save him. We'll have to see. He's available. But we're going into the next game here on the list. It is going to be the Baltimore Ravens at the Cleveland Browns. Okay, Wiz, here you go. Baltimore and Cleveland. Who are you taking here? Division matchup.
I'm taking the under this week. Who does Baltimore's gonna win this game? No, I do for some reason feel this to be an oddly close game. Dale Gabriel came off of offensive rookie of the week honors. He didn't win it, but he was a nominee for it. I don't know. We have a lot of injuries on the team here. And I just think it's going to be a low-scoring game, but Ravens should be able to win it out and beat the Browns.
Okay, so Wiz is going to stick with the Birds. Who do you like to share, Ravens or Browns?
I'm still going with Wiz's Birds. I like the Ravens here. I think they're got the momentum, and they're gonna. I think they will be one of those games where it's going to be tough on the road, yes, against Cleveland, but it's a game that they're not going to drop, and they're going to keep this momentum going.
All right, Slim. Ravens, Browns. These usually are pretty tight games for the most part, it seems like, between these two teams. A little tighter than you think they'd be. Who do you like in this one?
Yeah, I just like to say that the spread on the sportsbook is 7.5, and I mean with that I ride Cleveland all the way, but I think Baltimore does squeak out a win. I think fantasy wise, I worry about starting Derrick Henry this week, and I feel like Quinshon Judkins might have a good game. So I think that's my lean fantasy wise as well. But I do think the Ravens get it done in a close game.
Q is RB1 for you. And, honestly, I really want to pick the Browns because I think this is going to be close. But I got to go with the narrative I said. The Ravens are building momentum. I think for Wiz, I just want to see my friend Wiz, his mental health really get – Mike put that about mental health. He's up there in Alaska. It's dark. It's cold. Like I told you. Last year, Wiz walked to the gas station in his underwear and socks when Mark Andrews dropped the ball in the playoffs. He was very – I talked to him the whole way to walk to the gas station, but I'm going to go with the Ravens for Wiz. Even though he picked against my team, I got at least going to say, look, I'm going to stick up for my friend here. He did say he wanted the Steelers to win, so I got to pick the Ravens. So can't try to give him the low-key curse I tried to give Slim last week, just to get him under his skin a little bit there. Whenever you're in the lead, you could do that a little bit, but I got to be careful. Wiz is really catching me. You guys are making ground too, so I got to watch. I got to watch with my little bit of a lead I have. So we're going into the last game on the docket to share your Detroit Lions at the Philadelphia Eagles. Who are you taking here?
Since the play calling switched back over to Dan Campbell, I really like what they've been able to do on offense as far as points per games and the amount of yardage that they're against other teams. I think that the Eagles have got a little bit of a dysfunction there going on offense between the passing game and the running game disconnect, and I'm not sure what their play calling style is, what they want to be, like a run first team or a pass happy team. It's just, I know they're playing at home. They got that home field advantage there, but I'm going to go with my Lions in a close game. I think that Dan Campbell will have those guys ready, both on offense and defense. And I think that it's going to be a very good watchable game here on Sunday night. And I like my chances for my Lions.
Okay, so Teixeira says the Lions over the Eagles. He's going to stick with his guys. Here you go, Wiz. Lions and Eagles. Who are you taking here and why?
Is this a must-win game for the Lions this year?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would say. Do you know what happens if the Lions lose this game and the Bears win this game?
Then they flip-flop in the division, and it's one game. There's still 6 more left to go.
Oh, yeah, but the Bears are number 1 in the division.
For now,
Oh, yes. Man, that would just be bad, huh? That'd be so bad. That'd be so bad if the Eagles just keep squeaking these wins out like they are going to this week. This is the Eagles' get right game. I think their offense is going to piece it together. The point differential. I saw on Twitter someone pointed out that the Lions only score points against bad football teams. They like to run up the score, and everyone was like, "Look at the Lions' offense; it's so good." I think Dan Campbell did a really good job doing play calling, but it was also very strategic. He looked at it; he was like, "Man, the Commanders, the oldest defense in football, and they're also one of the shittiest defenses in all of the NFL. This is a good spot for me to just be like, I'm going to call plays this week," and they look good doing it, right? They look good doing it, but this is a big prove-it game for the Lions that they can put up. Their offense can look good and lethal against good defense. And the Eagles offensive line's banged up. The Lions have a really good defensive line, but I don't know. It just seems like this is a playoff game right here, and I'm just gonna go with the defending Super Bowl champions with the Eagles.
It could be a very close game, but you are right, Wiz, when you say like this is a big game for Detroit, not just in the division,
well,
but
and the Eagles. But
yeah, it's like for NFC maybe dominant. It's like who has more hair on my chest right now, type of a game, right? Like that does matter in a significant way. So I'm going to come over here to you, Slim. Lions, Eagles. Who do you like tonight?
Yeah, I lean the Eagles slightly. And it's one of those things, like I did read the stats about, that the Lions only beat up on bad teams. But the only thing I've got to say about that is I've seen the same thing from a lot of beat reporters about Seattle, that they only beat up on bad teams. So I would love to see both Seattle and Detroit go out there and prove the narratives wrong at this point and just prove that they can play with the bigger dogs in the divisions, apparently, because everybody's like, oh, the Eagles are better, oh, the Rams are better, and I don't think so. I think like these are probably between these 4 teams in Tampa. Those are the top 5 teams in the NFC, I believe, and I think it's a lot closer than what some people think. But man, all in all, I just feel like the Eagles somehow sneak out a way to get it done on their home field.
Yeah, they've been this. I said at the start of the season that I picked the Lions and the Bills in the Super Bowl. And I stand by that pick. Like, give me the Lions to win this game on the road. Done. And you know why? Because they are a more balanced football team right now, I think. Like, you could go ahead and say what you want about them beating up on bad teams, this and that. Like, but you can't help what your schedule is, right? And my thing is they can run the ball. They can throw the ball. That matters. Philadelphia, to me, is a little bit more one-dimensional. Don't think that the Lions don't know that, right? They are very well coached. I do think it's going to be a close game. The Eagles have been sneaking them out, but I'm going to stick with you, Teixeira. Give me the Lions to win this game here on this prime time breakdown. But let's go into some anytime TD scorers. Here we go. And Slim, this is your forte. Go ahead, and we'll start with the running backs. Anytime touchdown running back. Who makes a house call?
Yeah. So it's funny enough because I had one spicy and I had one that wasn't, and I think the more and more I look at it, I like the spicier one. I'm gonna go with Nick Chubb anytime touchdown today.
Oh, Nick Chubb. Oh, my. We are really grasping for straws here, Slim. My Lord, Nick Chubb. I mean, we're going down to the depths. We'd love to see the odds on that. All right. So we're going to go with Nick Chubb for Sliminator here. Wiz, anytime TD running back. Who is it going to be?
Yeah. I just put in a bunch too. That's the crazy thing. The one I don't know. The one I feel the one I feel the best about this week is Chase Brown. Give me Chase Brown to find the end zone.
Chase Brown, anytime TD, and we like that. I know we and Teixeira talks on Stardom Sit 'em Saturday. Definitely have some ample opportunity, right? But let's go ahead for me and give me a guy for Teixeira here. Give me Kyle Monangai to score a touchdown against Minnesota this week. I think he finds the paint, get inside the 5. They're going to let him pound that rock. That is his specialty. So I give me Kyle Monangai, low-key, sneaky, anytime touchdown. Who do you have for us, Teixeira?
I'm going to stick with my guy. I'm going to keep pounding the table on him, and I'm going to go Quinshawn Judkins is going to get his running back score today against the Ravens.
That was actually my safer pick. That was the other guy I had typed up to share, so I like that a lot.
I'll pick it up for you, Slim. We'll get him on the parlays.
I like that a lot.
Okay, Q is RB1 for you. Okay, Slim, $10. That's right. Don't forget it. That's right. Stop on your right foot. Don't forget it. Q is RB1
Bob
for
had
you.
him as a sell.
I like that. So, okay.
What was going on there?
I know he did.
Yeah, I know. Everybody just
Bob's a sycophant.
Blasting it.
I love him, but we gotta get rid of him.
That's it. That's Bob. He's got the sycophant thing going on. $10 wins what,
$10 wins back 560.84.
Woo. Okay, so I'm guessing Chubb had the craziest odds.
Oh, yes. Chubb plus 290. Kyle Monangai is plus 205.
He's going to do it. He's going to do it.
I like that.
Plus 130. Quinshawn Judkins plus 105.
Oh.
Okay. Ooh, that was all good ones. All good.
Judkins has better odds than Brown?
Yes.
Wow.
You got to remember, I think Judkins scored, was it two times against the Ravens last time?
That's what prefaced my pick.
Yeah.
You got to put some respect on that man's name, no doubt about it. So, yeah, I like that. I think that's a good parlay, kind of sneaky, and we'll see what happens. But let's go into wide receiver anytime touchdown, Slim. Who do you have?
Yeah, this is where I went a little safer. I did. I took the easy way out, but I did take the best wide receiver in the NFL this year. I took Jackson Smith-Njigba anytime touchdown.
JSN, anytime touchdown from Slim. Okay, Wiz, anytime wide receiver. Who is it going to be?
You know, I'm going back and forth here a little bit on who I feel the best with. But we're going to go with a touchdown machine for the last 3 games now. He scored 4 touchdowns, and that's going to be T. Higgins. He's going to find the end zone this week against the Steelers.
That's a good. I was one of the ones I was thinking of. Wiz, you blasphemous! I'll tell you what, that was the one that I think definitely has a good chance of coming through, and I agree. I think that's a good play. So go ahead and let me just say this week. I'm going to go with a guy that is going to probably be low odds, but I like what his chances could be. Give me Jaden Higgins going up against the Tennessee Titans. Anytime touchdown, rookie wide receiver. Look, we got Davis General Mills in there. Throw into these guys he threw to probably a lot in training camp and, preseason, these rookie type players. So might be a little bit of a comfortability there with Jaden Higgins. So I'm going to go with Higgins. I like that as a long shot type of a touchdown scorer this week. So we got 2 Higginses in. So Teixeira, coming over here to you. Who do you have for an anytime?
Do you guys want the Diablo sauce or do you want something more palatable? What kind of how much spice you want in this parlay?
Probably below Diablo because I want the parlay to hit.
Yeah, we got Jaden Higgins now. That's pretty Diablo'd.
And that basically just killed
you don't worry.
That's like having a salad and then TJ's like, you want hot sauce in yours? Starts dumping out a whole bottle. It's like, dude, why would you put hot sauce in my salad?
Dude, I'm just feeling good about it. I can't help myself. Hey, did he score last week? Yes, he did. He could score again against the bad Tennessee Titans team, Wiz. I know what I'm talking about. Jaden Higgins, I'm telling you, low key. Okay, Teixeira, anytime TD, who do you have?
We talked to him about him quite an extent last night, and we talked about how other options in that offense have been healthy, scratched out, and even knocked out due to injury. So my pick ain't going to lie. I'm going to go with Khalil Shakir.
Okay, and that is a good choice based off volume alone. Really, that is a very wise selection in my opinion. So I like that one to share. Okay, Sliminator, $10 wins what? And what are the odds?
$10 wins $937.
Man,
that got spicy quick. Let me tell you, that got spicy quick. Jaden Higgins plus 475. Khalil Shakir plus 415. T. Higgins plus 130. JSN plus 125.
All pluses again, man. I tell you what, I like that receiver parlay. I think I'm going to play it. That's a good sneaky one. I'm a fan of that. I think that could hit. And when the Higgins brothers scores, I'm going to say to Wiz, see, what do you have to worry about? I got it under control, Wiz. Now we have Ryan asking here on Twitter, Pearsall or Trey Tucker, PPR. So this is a start-sit question. You going to go back with Ricky Pearsall coming back from injury, Slim, or are you going to go with Trey Tucker?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ricky again. It's just one of those things, like I said it the whole time, that it's just like he needs to prove it at this point. That's what I think needs to happen, and I think I'm going to ride Ricky Pearsall in every place that I can this week until he lets me down, probably.
Okay, so how do you feel about this, Ricky Pearsall or Trey Tucker?
I sold my Ricky Pearsall shares this week, so I'm going to go with Trey Tucker. I think full PPR with the narrative that the Raiders are likely going to have to play in a negative game script, have to throw the ball around. I think that Trey Tucker can get at least some volume in that matchup. And then for Brock Purdy, I need to see it. I know he's been hurt. He's been out for a while. I know he's got a connection with Pearsall in the past, but I want to see it first before I can confidently put him out there. So I'm going to Trey Tucker.
Seeing is believing. How do you feel about this, Wiz? You are Ricky Pearsall connoisseur to say, do you trust him coming back with all these people returning from injury this fast in a division matchup, or do you boom potential against a bad Dallas defense?
Yeah. I definitely think Trey Tucker, there's a good chance that he gets a bomb from Geno at some point in the game, but it just seems like a best ball type play unless that's your best option. I think Ricky Pearsall is still a really good option to play. There is a lot of risk involved there, but just picking your poison on the risk. I've been hyping up Ricky Pearsall all offseason. I think this is a good spot here for him going against the Cardinals, a team that's been struggling down up and down a lot this season. So yeah, give me Ricky Pearsall.
Okay, so I'm going to go with DeShera. I'm going to go with Trey Tucker, right? Like, I just feel like, I mean, he's like the only show in town outside of Brock Bowers. I mean, they got to throw it to somebody. I think you got a floor of probably 6 to 8 points at least based off that. I mean, this just scares me with Pearsall. Like, it could be really good or you could get goosed, right? So, I mean, like, I know I'm going to get something with Trey Tucker, and if it is the big something, then you really hit the jackpot, right? Like, I can see Pearsall, if he plays his best, maybe 12 or 14 points. And I see a little bit more of a ceiling there with Tucker. But that was a good question there, Ryan. Thank you for asking. We're going to go into some anytime touchdown tight ends. And we're with you, Sliminator. We got an anytime TD for TE. Who do you have?
Yeah. All right. So I this is the only one that I scoured the web for last night and could only find one guy that I really liked. And funny enough, it's coming from your Pittsburgh Steelers. It's going to be Pat Freiermuth anytime touchdown.
That's a good one. He's killed the Bengals traditionally. That is a very good one. That's actually been his best games have always come against Cincinnati. So I give you credit there. Slim, that was a good pick. Now, Wiz, coming back to you anytime TD for a TE. Touchdown tight end. Who do you have?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. It's a little tough here. I feel like Titans were probably one of the harder ones to hit. But
I'm doing okay this year.
Yeah. I'm gonna defer. Come back to me.
Oh, he's gonna defer. Okay, he's deferring, and that it's just like you get one defer an episode. So Wiz defers. So go ahead and give it to me. I'm gonna go with Rondé Gadsden against the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think he gets back on track. This is a Rondé Gadsden here. I think he can get it done in a good matchup. So we'll go to Teixeira next since Wiz deferred. So we'll go to Teixeira. Teixeira, who do you have for an anytime touchdown tight end scorer?
All right, open your ears and open your eyes. I'm going Colston Loveland against the Minnesota Vikings. Anytime touchdown scorer. It's because the odds just changed a little bit higher than my other pick in the last 30 seconds. It went from 300 to plus 310 for Colston Loveland. So I'm going to take him over. I was going to take Dalton Schultz, but I'm going to go Colston Loveland.
I like that. I was actually thinking Colston Loveland to
Heard enough
really
about him last
my
night.
mind. And and you said about Sam Laporta killing the Vikings, right? Like, I mean, so maybe Colston Loveland can do the same thing. And I remember that when you talked about that. So Colston Loveland for Teixeira. He took your bear, Wiz. Who are you going to put in there now?
I want to pick someone out of this Rams and Seahawks game, right? I feel like the Rams, there's always a tight end that scores a touchdown in the week, but the problem is which one is it? Is it Higbee, Ferguson, or is it Ferguson?
Yeah,
Terrence Ferguson.
Terrence Ferguson, yep.
Or Kobe Parkinson, and I don't know. I think this week it's gonna be AJ Barner touchdown scoring week. So give me AJ Barner this week.
I like him. That's a good one.
That is kind of low-key sneaky. I said to somebody, pick him off the waiver wire, Wiz. So you kind of me are on the same page a little bit there for this week. Okay, Slim, we got a odds percentage, and what does $10 win us?
$10 wins us $1,360.92. So, yeah.
Okay.
That would be really nice.
Who's best odds?
And then we're going to go highest odds, Colston Loveland plus 320. And then it goes AJ Barner plus 265. Pat Freiermuth plus 235. Rondé Gadsden plus 165.
All pluses again. Really impressive. And we trust what's up, Ferguson. I like it in gold. We trust. Everyone knows how I feel about Jake Ferguson now. I like that call. I think that's a good one. So you on that. Now Slim, it's your favorite of the whole interception thrower. Last week, I think you've been on a roll. Usually you don't hit these. I think you hit the last two. So
Yep.
you have an INT thrower for us again. Can you keep the streak going?
NBA Jam rules.
Probably not, because the guy that I chose, I don't think has threw an interception in weeks. I think it's been like 4 or 5 weeks, but I think it happens today, and I don't think it's a surprise. I think Matthew Stafford throws an interception today. You heard it here first. Stafford throws at least one to Seattle's defense.
Oh, Slim. Seattle and the Rams. He's going Matt Stafford. Okay, Wiz. And who's it going to be?
Man. Oh, man. I feel like that was definitely like Slim's trying to have the positive thinking to put it out in the universe.
Mhm.
And I think that's what that was. But no, this week, I'm going to go with J.J. McCarthy anytime interception throw.
Ooh,
I
I
think
like
the
that
Bears,
one.
in
Don't
order
let
to win
Bob
this
hear
game.
you say that.
You said what?
I said, don't let Bob hear you say that. You're picking on his man over there.
It just whenever Bears are successful, they get a turnover on the ball. If they don't get turnovers, their defense looks horrible. So
I like it. So, we talk about sure things. Like, is the grass green? Is the
Yeah.
sky blue?
Mm-hmm.
Anytime interception thrower, just because he's back, baby. Give me Jameis Winston to throw an INT today against the Green Bay Packers, because we know how Jameis rolls. I love Jameis. I love him for fantasy, but we know an INT is definitely usually in the cards. Give me famous Jameis Winston today.
Is there an
Teixeira,
odds limit on
INT
this, actually?
Yeah.
What's the
I
odds
don't
limit?
know. That's what I'm asking. Before
Yeah, I don't know
say
either.
it, is there a limit on? Like, I know our anytime
Not right
touchdowns,
now.
we don't like it to be like minus 200 plus, right?
yeah, usually.
Holy shit! I just
The
saw Jameis's
Jameis is
odds.
What
Minus
is his odds? What is
223
his
to
odds?
throw an interception.
Well, it's a slam
TJ,
dunk.
you should go with the hotter one. James Winston will not throw an interception this week.
Yeah, like with Wisdom
He's
in
done
1
that
week,
one
but
time.
not.
I think
yeah.
he actually hit on Geno
Yeah.
Smith. I think he hit. Yeah.
Because
was
then that's
fun.
plus money.
Yeah, so, okay, yeah, plus money. Jameis doesn't throw an interception. Okay, we'll go that route. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. We know the Packers' pass rush isn't very good, so maybe that'll help Jameis. But, knowing them, it's probably going to be 70 attempts, and usually there's at least a couple
Or
of
you can do 2 interceptions.
We'll see.
Do you feel better about 2
Yeah,
interceptions
yeah,
or
Yeah,
0
2
interceptions?
interceptions is plus money. You can do that.
Okay, all right, we'll do 2 interceptions. 2 is twice as nice.
Holy
Give me
shit.
that for Jameis Winston.
What's his
Two,
All right.
What's
Two
the
picks
odds
Putting
for
him
2
into
picks?
2, guys. There we go.
2 picks for
My pick doesn't
Jameis.
look
Okay,
bad
2
now. Look
picks
at
for
that.
Jameis. There we go. Okay. Teixeira, 2 picks for Jameis. Who do you got for us
3
now?
picks from Jameis.
Oh.
Do I hear 3?
Oh no, man. That was awesome. We got some good picks here. I think this is going to be pretty spicy. I think I'm going to go with man. This is tough because I don't. Are we kind of
You
like
can
how's our
defer it.
parlay looking? Is it like leaning too heavy on the spice side, or is it like need a little bit like kick to it? Like
But
where's-
it's probably a little
I
heavy on
think
the spice side because Stafford
Yeah.
is probably pretty
Yeah,
spicy.
it's only a plus 798 right now, though. So like, our touchdown scores are always spicier than our INT.
But the interceptions are always like close to even money, though. That's
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
hard to make money.
All
on
right,
those.
I'm going to counterbalance this out. I'm going to even this out. I'm going to go Sam Darnold anytime interception throw.
Oh, you got to balance the
Oh.
universe.
Oh, yeah.
I want to balance. I'm going to be the
for Slim
equalizer
there
here.
to close on. Okay, Slim. He's putting the kibosh on you like I tried to do last week. Tried to put the kibosh on. I love
all
it.
right.
But let me
Well-
just say, what a great episode, man. I can't
Hey,
wait
let
to
me
hear
do
what
my
are the odds here. What are we talking?
Yeah. Damn.
That's what I said. I want to hear.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, you acted like you were closing the show
I
out.
wanted to
So
hear
I
'em.
gotta make sure.
No, I said this has been a great episode. That's what I said.
Yeah. So $10 would win back 178. And then our highest
All right,
odds
not
are
bad.
going to be the 2 interceptions from Jameis Winston. And then
How much money is that?
Can do it.
what's that?
How much money is that? I mean, what's the odds for James for 2 interceptions?
Plus 165.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it goes
I like it.
Matt
I like
Stafford plus 106. Sam Darnold is a plus 101. And then J.J. McCarthy is on the end of that at minus 155.
Oof.
Well, let me just say, if anyone can win Jameis Winston, I'm pulling. Come on, Jameis. I know you can do it. But let me just say, that's a good bet for $10, so we might be able to hit something. But really appreciate
Can
it,
I
guys.
throw out one of my best bets of the day that I got at even money?
What do you have? I'm excited to hear.
So I got
What
it
do
at
you
plus 100. So I got it right at even. I took the Tennessee Titans team total under 15.5 today against Houston.
Ooh, under 15.5 points, Slim.
Under
Woo.
15.5 points. I do not believe Tennessee gets a lot of points today. They might not have a touchdown scorer today.
Boy, that would be poor, wouldn't it? And hey, they definitely are capable of it. They are a bad team, no doubt. But let me just say, great episode, guys. We appreciate you tuning in with us as always. If you are enjoying the content and you haven't yet, go over to Spotify, Apple Pod, Stitcher, Amazon, all the big podcasting platforms, and follow and 5-star the show. If you really do enjoy it, we appreciate that. Love to have you over there. 4 to 5 shows a week sometimes we try to put out. It's a great thing. So go over there and join us. If you haven't yet, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, please like and subscribe. We appreciate it. Those numbers have been phenomenal. We appreciate the support. Follow us on Twitter at DynastyDNA_. Check out the Facebook page, Dynasty DNA Fantasy Football Network. Almost 60 members over there. We're really growing that thing, trying to get it to that 100 where we can go live over there as well. So love to have you guys over there. But I know, let me just say this. I speak for Wiz, Teixeira, Slim, everyone at the Dynasty DNA Network when we say, look, good luck in all your matchups here in Week 11. Have fun with it. Just have a good day of football. And we will see you all on the next episode of the Dynasty DNA